everyone, and welcome back to part 11 of the D7 Battlecruiser build. Today we're going to actually start attaching the neck and the nacelles to the lower part of the body. So let's get over to benches, get started. So, we got the other one together. We're going to get this Klingon version together. I'll show you the other one here. I got the base. These are all sanded up on both. Looking good. Got stuff going in here to seal up any of the seams that I can't get to. I'm going to need a little more window maker in there. But here's the other one. Here's the Romulan D7. As you can see, that's all sanded up. All the edges are all sanded. It's pretty much getting ready for paint. Just got to put more together. And I got to do, a little bit of putty work here. And then I'll put this piece on. But I figure let's get this all cleaned up. So much easier to get in there. And some of that I might not even have to see. Some of that not you need to worry about, because once I put this piece on, that sits a little bit off though. I might actually cut those tabs so I can move it back. I mean, it's pretty much there, but there's a gap there. And I think I can, it's hard to see. I think I could sand this. I think I can sand that edge there on this piece and get it to fit tighter than where it does when it's in the pegs. But it's fitting level, and that's the main thing as far as how it's going to fit. But yeah, it even comes just, I mean, it would be usable. It's not, you would never probably see it, but it is kind of going a little bit too far up there for me. I think if I pop it back, but I have to, and let's see if I do even a little bit of minor sanding to see if it helps. And kind of do it at the angle. Yeah, if this sits like that, I want, yeah. Yeah, and I can keep doing that until that fits nice. Oop. It looks like it needs more out of the center. That did it. That did it real well. The old file. Yeah, see, now that's going to fit tight. And keeps wanting to pop into those pegs. Should just cut them off now. Just gotta be careful you don't cut it so short that it wants to be back further than that piece. But I'm thinking, But I think just look a little more uniform. Yeah. I'd rather have it be shy of up here on this part. I'd rather be a little shy and make it look like it's ramping up. Because you would probably, of course it's going to grab everything. It's just too much stuff on the bench here. Then to deal with that gap back there. Yeah, because I think once, you know what, we know we're doing it, so let's just do it. I didn't want to go side to side because I was afraid it would. I went side to side, I'd cut a weird groove in the. There we go. Now we can put it wherever we want and don't have to worry about it. It's easy to line up, so. Yeah, that looks much better. There we go. There's just some burrs from where the. Yeah, that is a 100% better. But yeah, anyway, then I don't have to fix that seam back there. And it kind of has the border all the way around, which actually makes sense then. And that'll still look cool. Yeah. So that's how we're going to do that. I wonder if it would be just smart to put that on now. Or soon. Nah, I think it'd be easy to get this puttied in. Then glue this. I can have it so tight it never would need anything. Clamp it and squeeze it. It'll be so tight. Yeah, I can always put a little window maker or something in the corners. But yeah. But she's looking good. Oh. While I'm thinking about it. Look at the twist. This thing is twisted this way. Try to get her so you can kind of see the alignment. Yeah, see? This looks level. This is this way. Yeah, so we got heck of a twist in the old Cobra head here. And at first when I was gluing it, I was holding it, I was just looking at the end. I'm like, oh, whoa, that's twisted. And thought maybe I twisted it here. I mean, there's only so much you can twist because the way they have this hex thing, but it's still loose. You still have a little play, which you'll see when we start putting that one together. But I look down here and, oh, yeah, that's different too. There's a different detail, which is kind of neat. It's not going to make it much easier to square up. This one. But this kit has that detail there. Those little... No, I'm trying to get in the right light. They have those little bumps right here. If you can see them, it's a little raised piece that this actually comes up and hits. This one don't have it at all. I wonder if that's a Well, that's on the older kit, so. But that'll make sense because the Romulan is the first one you see in the Star Trek original series episode. You see the was it the Enterprise incident? You see the Romulan versions. The other thing that's different on this kit from this kit is this has the grilled fins here. This does not. And I thought they gave you an option to put a part there. I might be thinking of the 1/1000's Polar Light. I think they gave you the option of the fins or the flat, and I went with the fins. It's going to be opposite on this, but on the bigger version. Yeah, I thought maybe they would give you a piece that you could put in there. But I'm not seeing, I don't know, well, that would be in the new kit. I might have been looking in the old kit. No. Nope, they don't. That's the nacelle end pieces. That's, oh, they even have that one chrome. I don't know if I'm going to leave those chrome. I'm thinking I'm going to paint those. Because I think they are normally, this will tell me for sure. Well, not for sure, but I think some people do paint them an off color. Yeah, that's a gray. See if I can get other pictures of other. See now they get, but that's not even painted correctly. That one, the whole ship's painted gray. I gotta find actual photos of the miniature. Here they're showing them as gray. So maybe I'll leave them. Well, I'm just showing that even these things that attach to the bottom of the, I think they're phaser ports, or I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. I forget. They go to the bottom here. On the Klingons, it comes chrome. So it would have, I might leave it like that. The other ones you can paint how you want, which I could always make them silver. Let me see the paint scheme on this. Did they tell you? Probably not. Like I said, I'm still debating if I put that little nub on the bottom. I think that would kind of be cool on the bottom, just to make it different. Now maybe they tell you what color to paint it up here. Put the engine color. Yeah, they say silver. Positioning light. Why is that called a positioning light? They're saying that's silver. I still want to know what I'm going to paint that extra piece that they put on, which is going to be on the Romulan one. Hi, Jack. My kitty, he likes to hop in the chair with me. Are you in lovey-dovey mode? Or you want attention? Yeah. Still not sure what I'm going to paint these either. These little pieces. They're not on the greener one. They're on the older kit. I don't know if I want to do those a gun steel or chrome or silver. That's what she'll look like. It'd be nice to even just hit the trim one, like a silver, and then do the black, a gun steel in the center. Which I could do. Just lay a piece of tape here and there, and then peel it up. Or tape the border here, and then do the silver, and then do the black gun steel in the center. That wouldn't be too hard to do with like a little brush like this. We'll see. Not sure where I'm going to go with that, but that's going to be a cool detail. You back up here again. You went down, now you're back up. But yeah, anyway. Yes, there's a hell of a twist in her. I was going to do these silver. Do those silver, that silver, and that green. Maybe I'll do that on the Romulan, and then the Klingon I'll leave green. Everything green. But do this green and those silver on the Romulan might look, you know, give it some difference. And then with those pieces here, and a silver, that and a silver. But that's why I want to do that black edge, because I'm doing these parts of the engines on both of them black in a gun steel. I know it's not cane, but I just think it looks better instead of it being completely green all the way through. And it, like I said, it'll pull it into that Katinga. I could always do it on this one and leave this one. Try to make some differences in them. Besides, this one will have a big bird, so I do have to be careful on putting that thing in. I do need to fill these holes. Is that where that is? I have to see how far back. Yeah, that's where I can drill the hole for the posts and then seal these. Like how they used to print it, like molded it and the numbering, and then here. Yeah, here's the productions. 68, 90, and 2011. This is the 2011, the newer one. And this is the 91. But I might pull some more silver up here, because these aren't silver, or these are going to be. So I think that's what we'll do. Make them the two ways I like. But she's drying, and let's get this one together. And you're going to sit behind me? Is that what you're going to do? Alright. You're going to make me sit forward. It's okay, kitty. Alright. What should we do first? I think the engines went the quickest. Your 1 foot is like under my butt. Alright, so you go here. So let's see how you fit. Not too bad. Is that causing? So another thing I think I should do is make a groove very carefully make a groove here for the wire. And how are these coming up? They want to come up more, which makes sense. They're going to want to come up more towards the back. So anywhere in there, it doesn't have to be exact. What would be an easier way to do this? I got this little cutting wheel that'll give me pretty much, it's like a little saw. It'll pretty much give me the width that I need. It don't need to be a lot. And it shouldn't structurally bother. Doesn't need to be a lot because the wires can pretty much fit without being in a notch. Yeah, that makes it fit much nicer. So we'll do the same on the other side. And it's about the same thing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a lot. Just cut the wheel in here. There we go. That's all we need is a little notch. And we'll test it with this one. Yeah, and I can move the wire back and forth. I can still slide this to make it fit. The key with these is making sure it's tight this way on this, because if it sits there in like that gap, it's not going to give you the right angle. These need to, on these ships, I think this is supposed to sit. I mean, they have those casted where they're not, but they should sit. I believe on the D7s, Katinga, I think they're more straight, but on the D7s they should sit. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but they should sit with a slight angle inwards. These, they should be kind of tilted this way, and on here they are. It's just slight. It should be more. It should definitely be more, but it's just slight. I think that's how they show it. You know, with the slight angles. The Katingas, I think, are straighter. I think they're pretty straight. I don't think the nacelles on the Katinga are tilted with the bottoms in. Where it's kind of doing this. But I gotta remember on this one, this is gonna have the big bird on it. Once I get the decals from JT Graphics, but his website is under construction and I haven't emailed him yet, but I gotta get on that. But that's one of the last things, so it's a decal. But I don't know how fast he can get them in. But I can get it all done and then do the decal later. So. Do the decals. I think I'll still paint these in silver. Like I said, I'll have to look at some models and stuff to see how all that's done. But yeah, now we can glue these in. And like I said, should I start with the engines first, nacelles, or should I do this? The last one I did this first. But let's see how much fun this one's gonna be. Well, that fits nice, snug there, and that fits pretty snug there. But it's gonna be the twist. See, because it does give you room to twist. You have almost too much play. So I think the best thing for me to do is to figure out how big you are. And that's going to be impossible because it's a curve. You're about 13.5 centimeters. Or, 13.5 centimeters. So, that would be, well, 6 and 6 would be 12. So 6.5. So it's almost like, well, 13.5 centimeters would be what, 135 millimeters, right? Yeah, exactly what I figured out, 6.75 or 67.5 millimeters, which is 6.75. So that's like, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Wonder if I can do, we'll see, that's even, I don't even know if I can do that with my, this. 67.5. I wish you could just type that in and this thing went to that. Wouldn't that be cool? That is getting me extremely on. 67.5. So, we're going to have to do a center line. And you're always good to check. I don't even think it's... That's another way to do it. If they have their hole drilled square or centered. is use the two little points in the hexagon, and that's coming up to be about where I want to be. So I know I'm in the ballpark. Alright. I love this tool. It's like the best thing I bought. I use it all the time. I could use it more for, but I could have used it a lot more when I first started on the Falcon. That's like the third time I totally missed that hole and the pencil went flying down below. Alright, but anywho, let's move on. We found our center. That way when we do this, we have an idea. That way I can... Oh well. That works perfect. Alright. I think I'm going to do the engines first because they're going to be the easy. Like, here I got to hold. Well, and also what I do is I use the super glue as just a tack in a few spots to hold it. So you don't have to actually use tape. You know? We need to smooth these out. Whoa, almost dropped. Too much stuff on my bench. Too much stuff on my bench and a cat in my chair. Yeah, see how they're a little skewed? Especially at the ends here. And all you do is move the wire out of the way. It's loose anyway, so... Oh, I'm using the weird shaped one. Oh, I do have the... I thought I had the flat one out. That's a flat one, but it's the one where that's wider on one end and it goes to a point. So, I mean, still flatten things. But... that just ensures clean the burrs. And plus, I did spray a little black in there, so... gotta hope loosen up that paint there, scratching that paint out so the glue will hold. And then I'm hitting it with 320. To really level them off. It's always good to have a flat edge. It's also good to check these edges too. Sometimes toothing it up gives the glue a little more bite. It actually gives surface area because you're causing little valleys, even though they're microscopic, but the glue can sit in that instead of sitting in a flat, you know. It's actually more surface for the glue to bite onto. So that's why they always tell you to sand certain glues. They'll say to score it or scuff it because they'll sand much better, or they'll glue much better toothing it up, as Adam Savage would say. I like that, toothing it up. Here we go. We didn't do the other one, so I like getting everything in the same stage so I can just keep trucking. And then you can get, if you needed special tools, you can get them the hell out of your way. See, like, I can go over that wire. It just tucks itself down. Gets out of the way. And you just try to stay flush across it. This piece is a little higher. You can see it. So, that's the one you're going to be cleaning most. And as long as you keep it in a parallel, I could actually cheat those a little more, like by angling that more. I could cheat those down more, because you could cheat this to sit. But see how much better they sit compared to the first test? I barely have to do anything and that gets hit the rest. And yeah, it's just slightly. I would really have to sand a lot of this and probably just done this half so that it could bend down. But then I'm afraid it would, leave a mess the other direction. I think we got to clean this up a little more. Here, knock the burrs and scratch up the plastic on the inside here, because that's where the glue is going to go. Plus any paint residue I get, so the glue will glue better. Alright, I think what I first did, get all this stuff more organized. Is we're going to want to put, let's get the cap off this way it's ready. And I got to go through and hit the engines on the other one. But, alright, make sure we have the right one so everything's ready to go. We're doing this side, that's you. So, the bottom side we can pretty much hit with the cement. I think that's how I did it. Then on the top I did cement there, and I did a little super glue there. I might have even done a little super glue here, so I think I'm gonna, doesn't matter if there's some glue there, but you don't want, like, super glue needs something to hold on to, so. And if it's loose glue that's still curing, that wasn't smart. If it's loose glue that's still curing, oh, then I started getting this on. That's what we did. And then put the super glue in last. You're going to have some squeeze out. Let's get this going. You got time because the marble cement isn't anywhere near as fast setting up the super glue, so you got time. And then I just take a toothpick here, let's sharpen it more. So that's another thing I need. When I'm at the grocery stores and stuff, I never think of, I think of it here, and then when I'm at the store, I never think about picking up more, and I just set that like that. I never think about picking up more toothpicks. I use them a lot. They're good stirs, they're good spreading glue, they're good at moving, what was I moving, certain stickers, or they're just, I use them a lot. And I noticed that a lot of people do, so. Carefully get some super glue in here. Try to hit the areas where there's not marble cement, because like I said, it's not really going to stick to the marble cement, because the marble cement's not done doing its thing. And in here, you also want to adjust this way. Make sure, you know, and some of them you're going to have to kind of split the difference. Get in here and get some of the squeeze out. It's just going to make easier cleanup, that's all. Not a big deal, you can get rid of it. Alright, just press and hold. And hopefully that kicker goes down in there, and we're looking pretty good. There's a little bit of a funniness there. I could probably, yeah, it didn't fully set. It's starting to, though. It takes a while sometimes for the kicker to make it itself all the way through. So sometimes you do have a second if you really press hard. But yeah, you're trying to split the difference so I don't have so much there. They're not molded exactly. So you're going to have a little. But you just want to split that difference. So you don't have a lot here and none here. Or, you know. For the most part, that will hide itself. Yeah, see, that's much nicer. I might try to, on the other one, I didn't do this groove because it could fit over, but it was kind of slightly enough humping that up. And here now they're fitting tighter. So that's it. And she should be pretty, you know, the super glue is going to hold it tight, and then we'll putty these seams. Alright, let's move to the next one. Not too bad. Like I said, and then the super glue. And once it's a little stronger, then I'll run the Tamiya thin glue through it, and then that'll help seal everything up because that soaks in any little crevice. But for now, I don't want to do that because it can also activate or keep softening. Oh, no, we don't want to do that one yet. Let's do the... Always start with your regular cements, though. Stuff that secures the slopes. Like this, you know, make sure you hit the corners, too. But most of the grab is here, not here. Because who knows where we're going to be when we scooch it back and forth. And like I said, I found the best thing is to get it positioned. This way you don't get a ton of, well, that one slid on nice. You don't get a ton of gunk on this wire. It's not like it really matters, but... And then you can just pull it off. It also starts schmoozing the model cement out of the way. And I'm seeing model cement sitting on that pylon. So I want to get it out of there too, as soon as possible. It doesn't need much. This one fits a little nicer. Let's squeeze it together good. Yeah, that one fits better here and there. That's weird. Like, that's right up to the... But see, this one I can cheat with a little sanding, too. Like, you know what I mean? But you'll never. With it sitting like that, you'll never know. But again, yeah, that one looks a lot nicer. Fit-wise. And gaps, too. This one's got a little... Glue filled up pretty much everything there except for the end. But yeah, there's our nacelles on it. And like I said, if you used a super glue that acts as your tape or your clamps, because how would you clamp that? You know what I mean? How would you clamp this thing? I have no idea. See, my battery's getting low. I swear, it doesn't give me either. I rambled too much, which is definitely part of it. But this battery, I think, only. Well, we've been recording for 45 minutes. So that does make sense. Now this one, I kind of. The way I'm going to do this is regular glue, and then the same thing, tack it with CA glue, I think, up top. And maybe little spots inside, and that's what we'll do. I know I did 3 spots, so it held all over with the super glue. It's just where do I want to put it? And I think I'm going to keep it more in the center. Because it's going to have a lot of, unless we're going to hit it with the model cement on the other side. I need one of those things that holds the CA glue upside down, if there is such a thing, or makes such a thing. Now it's where we gotta move. We gotta move, but yet be precise. Nice. I mean, there's no way around it. We're going to have to clean up some. I got a little more of a mess up here. But, well, and then I also don't have, like the other one, I had the, there she is. Run a bead of glue back there too. But I want to make sure I'm in a pretty decent spot or place. Close that up. some of the extra runs out of the way. Or, you know, extra glue. But you always want glue to squirt out, because that means this is a how you want to put it, this is a crucial and weakest point of the build, because there's a lot of this being held right here. So you want to make sure this is glued well, because a lot of people said their 350 Katingas, they had issues with it wanting to sag. Mine's doing pretty good, and I didn't put a rod in or do anything fancy back there. It's doing it fine. I just glued it really good with some super glue and regular model cement, and that was enough from my kit. At least that got tighter up in there. Not bad. I don't know if I take the chance and run a little bit of this down there, because sometimes it softens the I gotta get more of this thing stuff too. We gotta go on here. I love these for like a utility knife. And then I got my good knives over there. These little inexpensive sliding ones that you just break off a piece of grate. But I gotta be careful because we're about to run out. So, but that's where we're at. There she is. That one's together too. So we come back next time. We'll start doing the impulse section and getting this top on, getting the wires together. It's not a whole lot. It's just 1, 2, 3, and the tiny SMDs that are to light here. So until then, we'll take a break, and I'll see you soon.